Good evening, parents, and welcome to Speech and Debate. My name is Aaron Canastraci, and if you're watching this video, that means two very important things. The first is that our wonderful sub, say hi, sub. Our wonderful sub has been able to figure out all of the electronics in your room, and probably the biggest reason why you're watching this video, though, is that my wife recently had our third child. I currently have two boys, and we are expecting our third, and guess what? She's here. That's so exciting. So I'm so sorry that I wasn't able to be there, but I am hopefully holding our little baby girl and probably not sleeping a whole lot. So I'm so sorry. Let me talk to you a little bit about who I am and what this class is. Like I said, my name is Aaron Canastraci. I have been teaching speech and debate in one form or another for 9 years. I have taught competitive speech and debate at the college and high school levels. I've been teaching this class for, I think, 6 years, and I just love communication theory. More importantly, though, I love being a teacher and I love your students. Thank you so much for entrusting me with spending a little bit of time with them this year. So, speech and debate are actually two different classes. They're dual credit opportunities, which means that your student has the opportunity to get college credit just by taking my class and enrolling at Colorado Christian. There is no additional work that your student needs to do for any of these, so they are doing the work of a college course. All you really need to do is fill out a form and pay a minimal tuition fee. It's $330 per class, and your student is going to be the proud owner, hopefully, of a college A. Isn't that exciting? So that's the dual credit opportunity. Let me point you to the handout. On this handout that you've been given by the wonderful sub, who is doing a fantastic job. Aren't they doing a fantastic job? On the handout that you received by them is my email address, acanastraci@vcs.net. That's probably the best way to get a hold of me. It's so fast, it goes straight to my phone, and I'm able to answer it then and there. I try to answer emails as soon as I possibly can because I know that you have important questions and I want to get to them. You'll also see my phone number and my extension. If you prefer to talk to me via phone, we can have that conversation. I can try to answer it over the phone. You can leave me a voicemail at that phone number. You'll also see some of the topics covered in speech. So I have my daily breakdown so you can kind of see the things that we're doing in class. So I need to tell you a little bit about how I run this class. And in order to do that, I need to tell you about how I learned how to swim. When I was very young, my father said, "Today you are going to learn how to swim." And I said, "Wonderful, that sounds like so much fun." So he took me down to a pool and he pushed me into it. Then he dove in right after me. He stayed about 5 feet away and encouraged me, "Paddle, son, paddle." And that is very much how I approach this class. My goal for speech class is to get your student comfortable speaking in front of people. The best way that I know how to do that is to get them to speak in front of people. So I use this time as kind of think about it as kind of a science lab. I get them speaking in front of people as often as I possibly can, in front of big groups, in front of small groups, on easy topics, on difficult topics, everything. So the day-to-day operation of this class looks very much like a bunch of students speaking in front of a bunch of students. Which is really kind of simple. But once you are comfortable in front of people, gosh, that's just most of the work done. There are 3 major speeches, and you can kind of see the handout, 3 major speeches which comprise 30% of the grade for your student. The first is an informative speech, which is actually the speech that they're working on now, so you can ask them what topics they're thinking about doing. The second one is a take a stand speech where they actually have to pick a side to something. And then the third is going to be the persuasive speech. These speeches comprise, again, 30% of the grade. How you can help. These students need to practice these big speeches at home. I encourage them to practice the speeches at least 7 or 8 times before they give their speech in class so that they have their speech down pat. Probably the biggest thing, though, and the biggest takeaway that I want you to have from tonight is that if you have any questions, please feel free to email me, acanestracy@vcs.net. That is the best way to get a hold of me, and it is the fastest way that we can team together for the success of your student in their speech and debate class. I have a few seconds to talk to you about debate. Debate is a little bit more difficult than speech. It's a little more formalized, and the major assignments for that class are, instead of speeches, they are papers. I think that's all the time that I have. Thank you so much. I'm looking forward to this year, and I'm looking forward to someday getting a hold of you and meeting you either through email or in person. Good luck with the rest of your classes, and good night.